people that was using what we call pencil genocide. In other words, they were changing documents in the town halls and this and that, and unless you had some question about it, you didn't even know it. So, for example, in my dad's family, my Aunt Marion, my Aunt Josephine, and my Uncle Louis were down as Indian. Uncle Lawrence and my father were down as black. My mother's birth certificate, she was born in on Harslow Street, which is Prospect, Connecticut. And the doctor, knowing that she wasn't black, naturally, because he was very well familiar with the Babcock family, put her down as white. And a lot of us were put down as white just so we would not have that stigma of being black.
I call it like erasing the ancestors, or even erasing us. I just want to erase until we get to the point where, you know, you can look and, oh look, there's Indian Road and Sachem Street, and you know, there's nothing left but the street signs and some cigar store Indian.
You can go to any place in the state of Oklahoma, and every place every few miles up and down the highway, depending upon what nation you're in, you will find all kinds of gift shops and see things, oh, come and get a Cherokee doll, or come play some Choctaw or Creek Nation bingo, and come and do this and do that. And you can go to every one of those shops. You can go to the capital of the Choctaw Nation in Durant, and go to the capital in Tahlequah, and you won't find anything representing the thousands of African people who lived there. Thousands, not just a handful or a few dozen, thousands who were documented on the rolls. Over 20,000 African people were there. They weren't just there and invisible and doing nothing.
My grandmother never really talked much about her Native American heritage. When I think back on my memories of her, the things that she did that I identified as being Native American, I think she did merely because she didn't know what else to do. That's the way she was trained, that's the way she was taught. But if you were to ask her to face those things or identify those things as being particularly one, you know, thing or another, she would back off from that. She never, ever really wanted to share much of it.
When I would go to the various establishments, there was a color line there. And one place that I went to, it was a dance, and we went in there, and there was a Indian girl who was at the desk. And she said, I'm sorry, you can't come in because you're not white. And I said, oh, I know that, I'm Narragansett. And she said, what's Narragansett? And I said, a Narragansett Indian from Rhode Island. And she said, there is no such thing.
So there's always erasure going on in terms of one's identity. And to me, it seems hooked into particular